What it do? What it do? What it do? YouTube, we are back with another live reaction. I know y'all missed me. It's been some things going on, and what I mean by things, I mean by this red pill. I'm sorry. Let me get my thoughts together because I've been thinking about this shit all day long. Honestly, thinking about it constantly, all day long. So, before I get right into it, hold on one second. Hold on. All right. Lock my doors and shit, my wife falling away. But anyway, as I was saying, the red pill community has been, I don't want to say it's been a confusing journey on what to listen to, who to listen to, or watch, take advice from. You know, we got a lot going on, and Andrew Tate and the misconceptions of Andrew Tate. Like that's one of my biggest things right now. Is that it's like, damn, nobody should be censored at this point. Nobody. And I'm pretty sure that's our First Amendment right to be not censored. If that if that's all right with America, I thought as American citizens we have the First Amendment right to freedom of speech, I believe. And you know, just being in this atmosphere, trying to understand who I am as a man, trying to figure out what path I should take. Cause I'll be honest with you, I've been misled a lot. I'm, I guess you could say I'm easily influenced. Like as I was growing up, I was easily influenced. Even I might even say today I'm easily influenced. It's more of like I want to be the influencer. So as I watch this content and I start to understand what the red pill community is, who they are, um, because everybody's like a moniker going, like everybody that I follow within this red pill community when it comes down to content creation and why do I watch it and what value did I get from it, it's like sometimes I don't know what to believe anymore. Like at first I was like true in this shit. Like, oh fuck yeah, I fuck with the red pill community because they about they purpose. They all about their money. They about staying firm within their relationships. Uh, it's it's been one of those journeys where first it was cool, but then it starts to go downhill. It's like one of those trends when shit starts to be the hottest thing popping. Like shit's popping right now, but then there's always some type of bad. It's always some type of negative, I guess you could say, because I heard earlier today. Well, as I'm always watching YouTube, I mean, this is like my second home now because I stay on YouTube. I was watching this video. Actually, I was watching. I'll be straightforward. I was watching Anton Daniels, and they were talking about Pearl, and Logic was on there. Shout out to Logic. That dude dope. But Logic was on there, and he said something that was like that kind of stood out to me. That not kind of stood out a lot. And it was the fact that he said that women can come into the space and hijack it, and that same thing with racism or with racists, with they can be hijacked. I thought about that shit. Like, damn. Being in this space, I've noticed that I don't want to be vague when I say this shit, but being in this space, what I've noticed is that people have came into it and pretty much took it over. And I'm not saying that Pearl took anything over. I'm not saying that Pearl had anything to do with her getting I'm not saying that the red pill community had anything with her getting on like at the top of, I never looked at Pearl like that. I always took Pearl's content as a something what I would like to see in a lot of women, because it was more of the fact that it was the pushback of being a hoe or 304. It was the pushback about promiscuity. It was the pushback about children before marriage. Like those types of my God, it's hard for me to even talk about this shit because it plays a big role in the man's character when it comes down to this shit. Like, I as I was growing up, I didn't have a role model. I didn't have nobody I could look up to. I didn't have shit I thought I had, but I didn't have it. Like, I didn't have that, how can I say? I didn't have that father figure, real father figure. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't have nobody that was a male in my life to show me how to be a man. I'm not gonna say that. I'll say though, those men in my life weren't role models. Like my stepdad, I give it to him. He was dope. Still is dope. Even though my stepdad wasn't my real dad, like he wasn't my real dad, it was kind of hard for me to have a real bond with this. Now it was hard for me to understand that bond that I did have with him when I was younger. When I was younger, it was like, oh shit, this is Bobby. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This dude is dope. When I was younger, but as I got older and I'm starting to understand the roles that he played in our lives, and that they call it childhood trauma. I don't call it childhood trauma. I just call it memories. We're gonna just keep it 100. Like, those are just memories. It wasn't that he left a solid image of what a man was like in my life. That's why I wouldn't consider him as a role model. I consider him as somebody that is a man. I'm not gonna say that. I will say that. Like, but I don't consider him as a role model, because what I look as a role model is somebody who's extremely successful. He wasn't successful. Let's say that. Like, successful in his own way. That's how he feels. But I don't I don't see it as success. Success to me is like, and it has nothing to do with race. But true success, real success, what I look at real success like, um, let's say, damn, who can I really give a who can I use as a good example as a real black success for me? Because I don't consider Jay Z as black success. Like I don't, because that's just this is my own personal opinion. This is no jab at nobody. This is just how I personally feel about it. But I don't consider Jay Z as somebody that's like a role model, if that makes sense. Like I look at it like I look at it like who would be considered a perfect person, which would be nobody, because nobody's perfect. But a good role model, nobody I can fucking think of. Now, mentor wise, like somebody that can that I look at that can mentor me properly, and guide me in the right direction, even though that I'm in my age, I'm high up in my age. Like shit, I got gray hairs going up. Be difficult to sit here and say like, "Hey, what's up, big dog?" Even though the nigga younger than me, as somebody as a mentor, but somebody that I can say that would be a good teacher to me right now that I can learn from would probably be the dudes in the YouTube space. You know, Abbott and Preach, Anton Daniels, MTR, Kevin Samuels. Those black men I would consider teachers. Role models, nah. Because yeah, what they preach, no pun intended, what they preach is valuable. Absolutely. And what they show you and how you get to it is extremely valuable. Absolutely. But are they perfect? Nah. Because they all got flaws. They've all had flaws. They've all evolved into somebody that they are today, but they're not perfect. So when I look at the red pill community, I don't necessarily look at individual people as a part of the red pill community, because to me it doesn't really exist. To me personally, like the Matrix, like being woke, like, internet is fake as fuck. Absolutely, because you can alter shit. Real life, you compare them both to both sides of side. Unanimously, real life will always rule. Absolutely. But meeting them dudes in real life will probably be a different experience. So that's why I wouldn't consider them as somebody that would be like real role models. How do I know if there's no shot to any of them? But how do I know if on camera they probably some cool ass motherfuckers, but behind the scenes they really some assholes or some dicks? Like let's be honest, and they telling us they really not assholes or a dick. Like, see, I'm so stuck. There's in this place and time. I'm so stuck and torn in between of what is the truth. I'm so I'm so like I have this like I have this way of not being able to get everything across. I'm not trying to drag it on. It's just I don't know how to find the words of actually saying what I really want to say. Because one, I don't want to blame nobody for why I think the way I do. And then two, the education that I gained when I was going to school was fucking useless. So it's like trying to be all the way, trying to use my words 100% proper. Like it's difficult for me. Like with them dudes, it's like perfect as fuck. Like they know how to talk. They know how to get their shit across, be nice and concise, how they say it. It's dope. I like that shit. But some of the shit that they be saying though be fucking me up. Like I'll give you a good fucking example. Fresh and Fit. Let's go off of Fresh and Fit. I love their content. I look at it as like a Jerry Springer show. Because it's wild, it's raunchy, they talk crazy. And it's not like as if I take what they say serious when they got them women on the panel. I know it's live. They be talking to the women live. However, I still look at it like we're the live audience. And they're the show. Like it's just the show they putting on. Yeah, they have some of the things in there that pertains to real life. But I know in real life, come on now. Average dude. I got full control of my relationship. If I wanted to, I can just go in the room, do what I want to do with my wife, and she'll be like, "Oh, baby, let's go." It's no fucking problem. So that's no issue. If I wanted something to eat, no issue. If I wanted something to drink, no issue. I don't have no problems within my relationships like that. So what they saying is like, yeah, that's what men want, right? When I first got into it, it was about making me a sandwich. So that's 100% correct. But the whole cheating aspects of it, or high value men get all the women type shit, like, and then they have options to cheat and shit. That shit fucks me up. Like, I get it. We can choose to cheat. And are there repercussions behind it? To me, I don't see no. I'm like Future. I'm not saying sorry for why I cheated, but I will never fucking cheat. So there's no point even going down that road. I don't have to. Like, I've been honest from the jump. That's the whole point of me even marrying my wife, because she accepted my honesty. It's straightforward. I don't hide nothing. So the point I'm trying to make is this. The red pill community is a little misleading sometimes. Okay, a lot of the times. All right. So when it comes down to digesting this information that these motherfuckers spew out, it's almost extremely difficult to understand it, because it doesn't really apply to real life sometimes. I know some dudes who got a lot of money and they get no bitches. Cool looking dudes, nothing wrong with them. They ain't got no limp eye or balding or anything like that, or 2 left feet when they dance or some bullshit. Like, they some cool dudes. However, they got no bitches. 0. No hoes. Sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You ain't got no hoes. And then I know some motherfuckers who is broke as hell and bags all the chicks. And they ain't even all that good looking. They be dusty. They be just looking like, nigga, how the fuck? What? I know to y'all it's like, oh, those are personal experiences. But think about it though. Over the years as you've grown up, You've watched all of your homies do something of the wildest shit, or not even just your homies, just dudes in general. If you a dude that's been around dudes all your fucking life and you know how niggas move, you know how niggas move because you a dude. So to me personally, some of that shit just be like, mm-hmm. You know, I know some people that be like believing that shit. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, if a chick don't fucking respect me, yada yada yada, I'd be like, God damn, nigga, like, calm down. Like, I know some niggas crying over pussy and shit, but be acting like they some players. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've cried over some pussy before. I've done it. It was the simp way to go out. I've cried and even called myself a simp while crying. Shut your simp ass up, nigga. You act like a little simp, nigga. You act like a little bitch, nigga. So I have self-awareness of simpness going on in my life. However, I've never, ever let a woman dictate what I do, tell me what I can do, or how I can do it. As long as as long as I've known, I've always been a hustler. I've always hustled, and I've always thought like, nah, I want to be an entrepreneur because I can't work for no fucking body else. Fuck all that. So in that aspect of the Red Pill community, I agree with. You know, I'm disagreeable. I'm not argumentative. I'm just disagreeable. I will challenge you on every fucking thing. Everything. It don't matter what the fuck it is. If it sounds bogus, I'm going to challenge you on it. Simple. But if it sounds like, I can run with that, I'll fuck with you. I'm assertive. I work hard. At least I thought I did. For what a lot of people who I've worked for have said I worked hard, you know, and they hate to see me go, and you know the same bullshit that most people hear when they about to leave a fucking job. However, I never understood my value as a man. The Red Pill community, like, it helps me reassure that my value as a man. Like, give you another example. When I do bids for houses and stuff, like, I get told, oh, I'm too high, I'm too expensive. I show them my work, this is what I can do, yada, yada, yada. Nah, it's still too high. I be wondering, like, is it too high or are you just too cheap? And then more and more I constantly think about it, like maybe I am too high. And then I go against the national average, 20% off the national average. Yada, yada, yada. Start creating deals and I'm starting to understand like I'm losing fucking money. How do I do this shit without losing money? How do I make money? Because let's be frank. this is why I agree with Anti-Daniels on this shit. This is what I agree with Anti-Daniels. Niggas is cheap. Cheap as a motherfucker. Y'all don't understand how cheap black people are. Black people are so cheap, we will lowball other niggas just so we can find the cheapest price. We so cheap, we know the Mexicans gonna do it cheaper, so we try and match. That's how cheap. And I support black businesses. I love it. I love seeing black owned. But it's difficult to actually take a lot of these businesses serious. It's difficult only because it's like I say it like this. Whenever I walk into like a clothing store, black on, I respect it. I fuss with it. It's going down. The music popping. They got some nice shit on the racks. They got some shoes on the walls. It's looking decent. It's looking dope. But one thing I cannot fucking stand is that ratchet ass shit. Like, I get it. Ratchet behavior. You can do that shit on the streets all day long, but at work, there's very few places that I've been to that was black owned with high level of hospitality, high level of customer service, like extremely high levels. It's very few. So when I think about it, it's like, damn, it's kind of difficult to support black businesses sometimes because look what you got to deal with. The customer is never right. And I'm like, let me stop. I'm just saying this. Being in this space, being a black man and trying to figure out who I am, trying to stay consistent in what I do, just trying, just trying shit, period. Especially doing it the black way, like being a black man, trying to be a black man, it's difficult. Because I say it like this, it's difficult to love who I want to love without somebody worrying about who I put my penis in. It's difficult to be 100% honest without, I don't know, somebody ready to box or somebody ready to shoot or a feelings is hurt or I fucked your chick, my bad. Talk to your chick. Don't talk to me. Talk to your chick, because how am I supposed to know? She told me she was single. It's difficult. I ain't trolling. I swear to God, I'm not trolling. I'm trying to be 100% straightforward. Like, you cannot sit there and act like as if this shit does not fucking happen. If you in the hood, if you been in the hood, if you from the hood, if you tired of trying to say like you don't like the hood, but you from the hood, you'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. I love the hood. Just not all of it. I've done some dumbass shit in the fucking hood trying to be that hood nigga. And I realized that being in the neighborhood, being involved with everybody and shit didn't really get me any fucking where. Yeah, it got me shaking hands, but it never got me to making plans and then, like I tell my price is my price. They don't want to pay my price. Hell, they barely even want to fucking pay me. Granted, before I'm doing favors after favors and shit. Now it's like I can't do it. Doing favors is not paying my bills, man. And it fucks me up. Like, I'm like, support your friends. Support your friends. Support my friends. I mean, I'm literally live right now, and none of my friends even fucking know about it. I've shared this motherfucker. I've done all kind of shit. So, are they really your fucking friends? Like, think about this shit. I ain't got friends. I got acquaintances. I got people that I socialize with. I got brothers. That's it. Whatever I do is what I do. They don't have to know what I do. Just know that I do what I do. I don't give a fuck about what they do. All I know is they do what they do. When I hit them up, I say what's up, and I keep pushing. They hit me up, they say what's up, we keep it pushing. It's, it's difficult to understand that because I'm starting to understand like none of these niggas want to be business partners. None of these niggas want to put their money together. None of these niggas want to actually not be fucked up. Help each other out, you know. I ain't looking for handouts, but the hand should be out when you see your bro down. Like, so it's very rare that I've ever seen that. You know, my brother, absolutely. So that's pretty much the only person I've ever fucking depend on, pretty much. I don't want to say depended on. I just know I could count on him whenever there's time in need. But I don't depend on nobody. I do what I have to do by myself. But if I needed my brother, yeah, he'll absolutely be there. So I don't necessarily expect for him to be a business partner. So what I'm getting at is that within this space, within this community, within what I'm listening to and all the hype, what black men should do, what black men should be at, what black man is and black man that, black man is, all I'm hearing is nothing but talking. You know, I watch these things. Like, I personally, I don't believe some of the shit that these motherfuckers be saying. But at the same time, it's like, damn, should I believe them? You know, these some hard working dudes on here. I mean, like, they busting their ass on this motherfucker, getting out content, pushing shit, hiring motherfuckers left and fucking right. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I see that. Like, they making money and they making it fast. Look at these channels and how fast they fucking growing, getting skyrocketed, like you're shooting to the fucking moon and shit. I'm over here trying to figure out the fucking algorithm. Like, what do y'all mean? Like, huh? What are these fucking terminologies? What is this? What? It doesn't make any sense to me. So it's almost like I got to go back to school to figure out YouTube, but YouTube got it all figured out on YouTube. But trying to figure out YouTube is kind of difficult to figure out on YouTube. Like, it's like, what the fuck? This shit don't make any sense to me. Social media, this doesn't make any sense to me, period. I post. Next thing you know, I'm getting motherfuckers talk about some, $100 and I promote you or some bullshit like that. Like, why can't you just like and follow my shit? Like, what's wrong with just doing that? Why you can't just see a nigga shit? Oh, that nigga dope. I'ma subscribe and follow. You never fucking know. I might end up hitting y'all with some content that'd be like, oh yeah, that motherfucker spits some facts. Hell yeah, you never fucking know. But I'm sorry, I ran off on a tangent. But anyway, what I'm learning about this goddamn community is that regardless of who you are or what you do or how you do it, it's always going to be judged within the community. It's always going to be, you know, tarnished. It's always going to be a backlash about something. It's always going to be something fucked up about somebody because they don't do it this way or they don't do it that way. And then they tell you to do what you want to do. And then if you do this, it's doing too much. And if you do that, you ain't doing enough. It's like, we are the only motherfuckers that complain but congratulate at the same time It doesn't make any sense. And then we got women that are so miscombobulated that doesn't understand certain shit, and they want us to be like, "Oh, you got to figure me out." I'm like, "I'm not figuring shit out. No. Fuck. I'm trying to figure myself out, bitch. Like, why would I want to figure you out?" When I married my wife, I told her straight up, "I don't know who I am. I just want to know who you are. Can we figure each other out?" That was our agreement. All right? That's what making us go so fucking long. We've been together for 10 years. And honestly, it's been the best 10 years of my fucking life because it's been nothing but roller coasters. Like right now, we are on the steepest fucking mountainside of this roller coaster. We're flying like 200 miles an hour right now with no helmets. It's going bad. It's going down bad. But yet, somehow we still embrace each other. We still show each other affection. We still show each other that we care about each other. I ain't gonna cap to you. I mean, I put my wife on a fucking pedestal. I don't give two shits. She's so fucking dope. On a side note, my wife is so dope. She goes look for other women for me if I wanted to have those type of ordeals. Look at me, bro. I know I'm a good looking ass nigga, but still though, like, I'm just saying. I never gave her that fucking idea. That was just something that my wife serves me. Like, she'll wake up 2-3 o'clock in the fucking morning, making me eggs and bacon and go back to sleep. I'm just saying, like, I married a monster. I married a beast. So it's like, I'm trying my hardest to give her and provide her with the fucking world. I'm trying my hardest to not only give her the world, but give her the sun and the moon and go with that motherfucker. As corny as that shit sounds, fuck y'all because y'all single. Oh, here on the married side, that shit feels good. That shit feels amazing to sit here and say that we got somebody. It's not no partner bullshit either. All right? Like, and I'm understanding, like, it don't matter if she was black or white or Puerto Rican or Mexican. It don't matter. I'm a man. She's a woman. And we bond. We are so, like, this is fucking crazy. All right? Like, y'all wouldn't understand if you ain't been in a relationship for 10 years plus. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to even have that double digit on being with somebody. You'd be like, "Oh, your girl attached you to the hip." Well, at least I know where my chick at. Some of y'all don't even know where the hell y'all bitch at anyway. Some of y'all is getting FaceTime while she getting her backs blown out. Some of y'all are letting her go on girls trip while she over there partying with some other nigga and shit. Some of y'all over here simping for a chick that don't even give a fuck about you. Some of y'all, like, I can go on and on and on and on, but, nigga, you married? I've heard motherfuckers say, "I will fuck your bitch." That's how far. I'm telling you, the black community is fucked up. Like, niggas will tell you some shit that you be like, "You really gonna say some shit like that?" Like, what? Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, why would you do that? That's how fucked up we are. But yet, I can't even say. But yet, we do have a beautiful. We got an ugly side. It's ugly as a motherfucker, and we got a beautiful side. Black love, black every fucking thing. Black owned, black. All that is beautiful. But that's just makeup. If you ask me, you take that makeup off, we kick our shoes off, nigga. That's when the ghetto come out. That's when black come out. I know these motherfuckers shoot dice or play dominoes or some shit, have banging ass barbecues, and like, I know they still having that black vibe. I know they are. And when you in that space and you get to kicking it with brother, like, we know the picnic is popping. We know the barbecue is popping. We know that shit is popping the way it's supposed to be. Most niggas be like, I don't want no ghetto ass shit. I don't want no trashy ass shit. And when you pull up, they still eating on Dixie plates. Like, it's still low vibration plates type shit. Like we know it's gonna be like that. And there's white people still eat on Dixie plates. It ain't ghetto to eat on Dixie plates. Anyway, I'm just saying it's so confusing being a black man and trying to get proper instructions on how to be a black man. I'm over 30 and I'm still trying to figure this shit out. Like, I don't know who the fuck did I sell out to? Because I ain't got no money for selling shit. Who the fuck did I sell out to? I done heard niggas say, I can't fuck with that nigga. He got a white girl. What does that got to do with making money, bro? Like, oh, you fucked up. Your mind fucked up. What? Huh? I'm probably smarter than you, if you want to be frank. But I'm not gonna sit here and gaslight your dumb ass. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy, and I don't have no beef with no nigga. I don't have no beef with nobody. I love the black community. I love what we've been doing. I love the developments. I love the creativity that we have. I love the music that we create. I love the food that we make. I love everything about being black. It's just so difficult to understand the shit these motherfuckers be saying. So difficult to it's difficult. Like when you talk about slavery, when you talk about Malcolm X, when you talk about Martin Luther King, when you talk about all these black activists and what they did and what fight the power. Like when you hear shit like that, you be like, what the fuck is that? You know, don't get me wrong. I did my research on affirmative action and what the Black Panthers did and stuff like that. Like, I understand that. But fast forward all the way up to today, none of that shit is going on. What the fuck is a black coalition? I'm so detached. I remember watching on like movies and shit where the black family knew the neighbor, knew knew all the neighbors in the neighborhood, knew the guy at the deli, knew the guy at the grocery store, knew the mailman, knew everybody knew each other. All right, I remember watching this shit on TV. I've never seen it in real life. I've heard about it from my mama. My mama's 63, going on 64. She'll be 64, 63. I've never heard. I've never known any of my neighbors like that. Like, today, growing up, yeah, I knew some of my neighbors. Well, I know a lot of my neighbors. We growing up. Let's say by the time I got out of there and moved down Midwest, I thought it was fucked up down that way. Man, these were, oh no, it's worse over here, it's worse over there, it's worse every fucking where. It's bad everywhere. Except there's a bad, and then there's a really bad, and there's a fuck no bad. So it really doesn't even fucking matter at this fucking point. Everywhere you go, it's like you don't know if a nigga gonna mad dog you or say what's up to you. You don't know if a nigga gonna rob you or dap you up. You don't know. You don't know. When you living out here, man, you hear the police every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, gunshot, maybe every hour and a half. Like, I mean, it'd be January, you still hear gunshots, not fireworks, gunshots. After 4th of July, they still shooting. They shooting in August, shooting in September, more fireworks, more gunshots, more. It's just it's an overabundance of just pure gunshots left and right, over and over and over and over. Helicopters flying over your house and shit. It's almost like watching, um, you know, Boys in the Hood, Dope Be a Menace and shit. But except it just never changed. It's just been Boys in the Hood and Dope Be a Menace for the past 30 fucking years. Same shit. Everything that you see going on in Don't Be a Menace and Boys in the Hood. Same shit. Same helicopters flying over, same cars, same police cars driving, same police chases, same gun shooting, same gang banging, same every fucking thing's the same. Only thing that's different is that niggas got iPhones. It's the only thing that's different. And coming in this community, I thought it would be like more collaborations with each other and setting aside feelings. But yet, you see some of these red pill niggas all in their goddamn feelings. So it fucks me up. A lot of these niggas is emotional. They respond emotional. And it's almost like, I'm sorry, it's not emotional. It's passionate. Fuck that. Y'all some emotional ass niggas too. Like, hell, I'm emotional. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not an emotional fucking man. But I'm not an erratic emotional man. I know how to control my shit. I know my life is fucked up, but you don't see me out there doing some dumb shit. I will never go out there and do no dumb shit. Well, at least not any fucking more. And I'm older and I'm realizing you can fucking go to jail for doing dumb shit. Adolescent, you know, I guess when you get into your fucking adult years and shit. But eventually you'll fucking learn what not to fucking do. If you are just first time offender and you doing some dumb shit, you gonna fucking learn eventually. I'm sorry, I am not a jail nigga. I'm not built for jail. I'm good. Nah. I ain't snitching. That I'm not gonna do. But I'm not catching no bodies. I'm not doing none of that shit, bro. I'm too old for that shit. I got a daughter to tend to. My mind is focused on other shit. Fuck all that. This riding, no. I'd rather get me carry, conceal, do my thing legally. Because the law, you know, you can't fight the law, even though the laws are changing and shit, but it's best to change with the laws. I guess. I mean, you ain't got no fucking choice. That's nothing that fucks me up with the community. What happened to cops and robbers? like, I know robbers don't even want to get catched by the cops. What happened to, like, I'm not encouraging this shit at all. What happened to, like, the real gangster stuff? You know? You never heard. It was a move in silence. They weren't loud. They did things that made communities feel safe instead of feared. What happened to them? Like, when you think of the mafia, they took care of their neighborhoods. The Italian mafia and shit, they took care of their neighborhoods. Hell, I fucks with Rollo when he was out of jail. I know he did some shit, but he took care of his people. I know he's on some Rico shit, but look at what he did for his people, though. So I can see why he did it. Not saying that anybody should go down that path of doing what he did, but why he did it is a completely different. It's an understanding on why he did it. Like, I completely understand it, and I understand the ambition. I understand the work ethic and the hustle that went through putting his whole family in that situation that led him to, you know, him being incarcerated. But at the same time, you can see the purpose, his purpose, what he was trying to do was help his family. I don't condone violence whatsoever. I try to stay positive as much as possible. At the same time, it's kind of difficult to stay fucking positive in this shit. It's difficult as fuck. Watching all these goddamn red pill community fucking videos and shit. Watching all these alpha males. Like, this shit fucks with me. Makes me like, I ain't no fucking alpha male. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. You about to catch me acting like that. Fuck that. Not on camera. Nope. What? You gotta be out of your goddamn mind if you think I'm about to embarrass myself like that. And these niggas love embarrassing themselves. They love it. They fiend for it. And they be like, BLM and Black Power. I'm sorry, I can't be anti or pro. I can't be pro. I can't be I can't be none of that shit, bro. I just can't. Cause that shit is just, it's inconsistent as fuck. There's no balance. I know, me and my wife she knows we're not fucking equal. That's common fucking sense. She knows that it takes, she knows that I took all the risks. I take all risks. Like, I don't give a shit. I go in on all chips. When I'm playing poker, I go all in. And she be like, man, why you doing that? And she be like, oh, every time I hit something hard or whatever. Like, she seen me hit my downfalls hard, too. She seen me make mistakes hard as a motherfucker. The best part about having a wife, though, is that she can see your flaws and that she don't just throw them in your face. She helps you recognize your flaws. And most niggas don't understand that shit. Y'all so ego-driven all the fucking time. Y'all don't understand the importance of having a second fucking head. Like, y'all don't understand why she's there. It's not just to fuck you, feed you, and obey you, and be submissive to you and all the other extra shit. Submission is not, it's not slavery. That's why women today, that's why y'all not getting no bitches, because y'all so stuck on this submission. No, submission ain't supposed to be, what's understood don't have to be explained. Put it that way. That's submission. She understands who the fuck you are as a man. And women, they say women cannot be tamed. Women are not wild fucking animals. I hate hearing motherfuckers say that shit. Now, when I sit here and say, oh, this bitch got me fucked up, that's because I'm really saying this bitch got me fucked up. But I'm not calling her a fucking, like, okay, yeah, the definition of a fucking bitch is, the definition of a bitch is a female dog. But what I'm saying is, if she's being bitchy, complaining a lot, I'm thinking, man, this bitch getting on my goddamn nerves. Understandable. But what the fuck do I look like talk about some, bitch, you get on my goddamn nerves? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I watched my stepdad get literally beat on by my mom. She used to. I used to think that shit was funny. Fast forward, now I'm like, That shit ain't fucking funny. Understanding how toxic this motherfucker, man, that shit ain't funny. Cause what if he just all off and said, "Bow"? Like what? Come on, man. No, no. I say this though. You shouldn't have to smack a chick. She should know that she can get smacked. That's what I mean by submission. It's understood. It shouldn't have to be explained. If the chick like you, she want to fuck with you, she'll fuck with you. She'll endure every fucking thing you throw at her, bro. Because she gives a fuck about you. She cares about you. What I love about having my wife is that she knows what I'm saying is how I speak. How I speak is she knows it's fucked up. She knows it. But she knows that I'm not serious when I say it. Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. My wife likes it when I talk to her that way. But you gotta be in a type of connection where it's y'all type of connection. It's y'all's connection. Right? So when I hear a motherfucker be like, damn, bro, you be talking your girl crazy. No, I don't. Do I talk to you crazy? No. This is normal. What? What do you mean? No, I talk to her like a normal fucking human being. That's how women want to be treated, like normal fucking human beings. They know you're a fucking man. They know you swing dick. They know you work hard probably. They know you. They know who the fuck you are. Now, do they understand us? Absolutely fucking not. But it's not their job to understand us. It's their job to observe us. It's their jobs to stay loyal to us. It's their jobs to trust us. It's their jobs to bear our children, to feed our children, to be the supportive and be inspiring, be feminine, just be women. That's who they're supposed to be, bro. Like, we can't change shit about a woman. I heard this term called in your masculine or divine masculine or some bullshit like that. I don't know what the fuck that is, but women like that shit. Women like a man that is calm, cool, and collected. Knows his shit. Understands his purpose. He can be failing at life left and fucking right, but as long as he's never giving up, as long as you never giving up, always persevering, always, just constantly, like just saying, you know what, I know I fucked up this time, but I got it this time. Continuously working, continuously trying to figure it out. Women just don't like lazy motherfuckers. They don't like bums. They don't like motherfuckers that just want to sit around all fucking day. They don't like motherfuckers like that. They like people that work hard. To be honest with you, I don't even think women give a fuck about money. To a certain extent, I personally think that women don't care about money like how we care about money. I say it like this because if women cared so much about money, they would say your money is my money is your money. But yet we got the terminology. Her money is her money, your money is your money. So if women cared about money, they would understand y'all got money. Okay? Get you a woman that don't care about money. Let me say this again. Get you a woman that does not care about money. I know it's difficult. It's hard as fuck. But guess what? This this is the one. I'll tell you a woman that don't care about money. A woman that don't care about money, she will come in and ask for the cheapest shit on the fucking menu. She will go in with coupons. She is so cheap. She will try and get you to convert over to great value type shit. That's how cheap she is. Get you a woman that don't care about going out, or don't care about designer clothes, or just doesn't give a fuck about none of that stuff. Get you a woman where you can give her $5 and she'll be grateful with $5. I'm telling you, here's a test. Give a woman $5. Give a girl that you like. You know, you popping with her. You know, y'all turned up with each other or whatever. Give her $5 and see how she reacts. If she act like $5, that's it. Cut her loose. Get rid of her. Go. The $5 test. Give the girl that you like $5 and see how she reacts. If she be like, I don't need that. Here, you go ahead and keep that. Keep her. Bag her. If she be all like, boy, I don't need your $5. I got my own $5. Bag her. Because then you can be like, nah, if you got 5, I got 5, we got 10. Let's go get something to eat type shit. Women like that understands that me and you can go places and build some shit. But if you constantly be with them chicks that be on some selfish shit, and be on some you ain't got enough type shit, what's fucked up about this red pill community is that they so focused on women and a ideology about us, right? And that what attracts us to them, all this other extra shit. And personally, I don't think it's like that. Honestly. My mama told me some words that she was like, if you be honest with a bitch, these are her words. My mom was toxic. Right? My mom was fucked up. These are her words. You tell the bitch the truth, she'll treat you like a king. Swear to you. Right hand of God. Okay? You tell the bitch the truth, she'll treat you like a king. It don't matter how she receives the truth. But as long as you tell her the truth, she'll treat you like the king. I was straightforward. I was upfront, honest with my wife from the beginning, from jump. Way before this fresh and fit shit about not being monogamous and all of that. No. I told my wife before I didn't even want to get married. That woman convinced me to marry her because of how dope she is. Just saying. That's what women would do. Did I fuck up? Yeah. But I don't regret marrying my wife. Hell no. I feel wealthy with my wife. But I don't have the money. I'm a broke ass married nigga. Like, I'm broke and married. That's what happens when you get married sometimes, though. Y'all be up, you come back down. Y'all be up, you come back down. And that's the best part about being married, though, is that you guys are experiencing life together and y'all building together. Okay? It's like, I honestly recommend men to get married at a young age. I say this because being 21, let's say you met your girl at, you were 21 and she's 19. And both y'all got few bodies, just less. I'm telling you, maybe 5, 6 bodies. In each other, y'all both 7. Right. Y'all more likely to last longer together without the influence of social media, without the influence of friends, all of the extra shit. Y'all more likely will last together than any fucking body, than anybody. High school sweethearts. I personally recommend men to get married at a young age because not everybody's gonna be lucky to become wealthy at 21 or 50 or 40, whatever the case may be. Like, not everybody. It's not gonna happen for everybody. But what people are failing to understand what wealth is, and this is what I didn't understand what wealth was either. I'm still clueless to wealth, even though I'm trying to financially understand it. What I do understand about wealth is that wealth means that you don't own nothing. Okay, and what I'm understanding is that how is that even fucking possible that wealthy people don't own nothing? Trust. Y'all niggas was in economics. Y'all would know CDs. They was teaching us this shit in fucking school. We just wasn't paying attention. CD accounts. Trust accounts. Like, all of these types of fucking accounts exist for us to exist for us. Where I fucked up at was not saving my money. And that's where a lot of us men are failing at, is not saving fucking money. That's where a lot of relationships fail, is not saving money. Did you know the average American don't even have $500 in their bank account? I didn't even know that. Live paycheck to paycheck. $15, $20 an hour. Money coming in, money going right back out. It was crazy because that's my motherfucking life. That's my life right fucking now. Like, so when I hear these gurus, when I hear these red pill dudes, when I hear all this shit, I be like, yeah, it sounds easy as fuck. All you need is about 10,000. You can go ahead and get there. What motherfucker got 10 grand to get where? Hey, these are anomalies. So over here on this side of YouTube, we're not doing this red pill shit. We're not doing blue pill, black pill, purple pill. None of these pills. We stand away from pills. Big Pharma can keep their pills. We just gonna be relaxed individuals that's just trying to make it through. Normal human beings that just want to do normal shit. And I promise, as long as I got this channel and I continue to make it grow, that's all that I'm going to give is pure honesty, pure respect, pure understanding, everything. What do I need to judge anybody for? What do I need to, like, yeah, I'm gonna call out stupidity. I'm not, and once again, it's stupidity. If it's stupid, it's stupid. But that don't mean that I'm saying like that was a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it was stupid. If anybody else agrees with it, it was stupid, then it's stupid. Just saying, like, but this is not no cancel culture situation. This is, oh, you doing the bad thing or you doing the good. If you a hoe, be a hoe. Like, I don't care about hoes. Like, if you want to be honest with you, I love the hoes. Just being honest. But if you want to be, do you? However, if you want to be on the side of marriage, don't be, ashamed of that. Understand that it comes with a cost when you be a hoe. It comes with a cost when you're a player. Yeah, niggas out there, it comes with a cost for being a player also. That shit comes at a cost. When y'all tricking on these hoes, guess what's coming out of your pocket? Money. When you go into the VIPs and you throwing dollars for no fucking reason. You niggas that go to the strip club, nigga, y'all just as equivalent of niggas is on the OnlyFans. It's nothing different. You know what I like about marriage? Because you can figure things out. If you can go to the club and not spend no money, if you can go to the strip club and not spend any money, you know you marriage material. When I go to strip clubs, I'm sorry. I'm just here to see y'all get naked and I'm going home. I'm not throwing no money. I'm not buying nobody no drinks. None of that. And I got the conclusion. I'm a fucking introvert to the max. There's nothing outside. All that shit is dumb out there. You drinking to get drunk, and you drive home, you might get a ticket. It's gonna cost you more. Like, people are literally making the dumbest decisions and the dumbest choices for no reason. No reason at all. But they want to fit in. They want to get in with the trends and shit. It's funny to me how that shit works. Somebody tell me, who the fuck made it popular to go outside and drink and drive and parlay and have all these fucking good times, and when y'all know we got shit to fucking do? When I was in school, when I was in I was studying becoming a mechanic, auto body collision. It was a study that said that what was it? Drunk driving statistics. There you go. What was it? Yeah, I think this changed. Like, it was actually lower than this when I learned about it, but now the yearly cost of alcohol related car crashes is more than $44 billion according to CDC. That means insurance companies and everyone else in between made $44 billion based off of y'all mistakes. Okay. Alcohol impaired drivers got behind the wheel of a car about 147 million times in 2018. Now think about what it is in 2023. All y'all niggas out here sipping Casamigos, y'all riding around with the Henny, y'all riding around with all these bottles and shit. Okay? In the country, I'm talking about black people, white people, Mexicans, all y'all, everybody. 44, think about that fucking number. Do you know what you could have been doing with that extra $1,000 you spent on the goddamn deductible? Like, think about that. You know what you could have been doing with that extra $1,500 you spent on a DUI ticket? I don't understand how y'all work so hard just to go to the bar and throw away all your fucking money. The niggas that be working at, $15, $20 an hour spots and shit, and y'all go to the club, y'all spend $200-$300 at the club. Why? I know it's your money, do what you want to, but y'all are a nuisance to the people on the highway that's just trying to go to work, that's just trying to just trying to do. Man, you be busy downtown. You be seeing all types of drunk motherfuckers flopping all over the block. I can't stand drunk. I hate it. I hate drunk. Like, I give you a story real quick. The reason why I hate drunk, like, I don't mind drinking, it's the drunk. I got so wasted one time. I was like a challenge. So I think it was like Halloween Halloween or Christmas, one of them. I think it was Halloween. But people were afraid to drink this bottle of drink some of this vodka. Was it vodka? Oh no, it was like 100% proof alcohol, and they was scared, like 150 proof or some shit, and they were scared to drink it because when it goes down, it was extremely strong. I was like, pussies, yeah, pussy. So I just go. They're like, guzzle it. Psh, nothing. My dumb ass decides to guzzle it. Let's just say about 15, 20 minutes later, I felt every bit of that bottle. Oh, yeah. I'm giving up my life. That bottle was destroying every orifice of the inside of my body you could think of. It felt like I was having convulsions of all that, doing all that stuff. Like stomach acid. Like, I done threw up everything now. I'm on the couch. I'm talking crazy, and my mom had a whole video. Got a whole video of it, and it's the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen in my life. People laughing about it. They're not laughing with me. They're laughing at me, man. I don't like getting drunk. When the homies want to take me out and shit, I don't like getting drunk. Shit can happen. I hate it. And what happens when people get drunk? Violence, fights, shootings. People just don't care. After you inebriated, man, this shit is trash. I'm sorry. You drink and you get drunk, you trash. This is no shot to anybody who drinks on a casual, type ordeal. You drink to drink. You like the taste of it or something like that. There's no shot to y'all. I'm not drink. I refuse to drink like that. I'm cool. I'll probably have one on my birthday or something, or I'll probably have one for Christmas. I'm an occasional. It's rare. You might see me drink. Rare. Okay, and then there's only 2-3 shots. I'm cool. I'm good. All that drinking a whole bottle, no. I've had a bottle last me for damn near 2 years, and just me just sipping on it. I'm just over exaggerating, but it was a long ass time. Okay, I'm good. I'm cool. I ain't got time for none of that stuff. But let's get into these live reactions, man. I done long struck the shit out of this motherfucker. So, it's only right, since I'm a married man, is to get into this, these videos about married life, man, married people. I cheated, wife cheats on pregnant and gets pregnant.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pot.
Before we get into this video, please like and subscribe. I forgot to do my intro on the way in. Please like and subscribe. I'm just trying to get this content out. I'm just trying to get some understanding to what's going on in this community. Like, I'm a red pill traditional dude. I try to be traditional, and I'm striving to be traditional. Like, my goal is to make sure my wife never has to work in a day in her life. That's my goal. My goal is to make sure my family don't have to want for nothing. And I wish I knew the foregrounds years ago. I wish I knew the game plan years ago. Okay. But it ain't too late. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to keep on striving. Let's get into this video.
Anonymous, she said,
drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
I was forced into a stepdad position when I found out my oldest son wasn't mine. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
You guys are talking. What I'm realizing is that I too was kind of forced into a stepfather position. Mm-hmm. My eldest son. Mm-hmm. When we found out he wasn't mine, we his mom and I made a decision that we weren't going to tell him until he was older.
Right.
Because if you tell an immature kid a mature situation, they're going to handle it immaturely.
Absolutely.
So we found out he wasn't mine when he was, what, 6, 7? 6. But he ended up finding out when he was 12. So 6 years later, he ended up finding out. And we had both agreed that he was going to find out when he was
18.
Like 18, 19, after he had graduated high school, after we got him across the stage.
Damn.
But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, it's crazy, man, because as soon as he found out I wasn't his biological, he retreated. And I found myself chasing, trying to build, trying to create memories, trying to keep the inclusiveness that we had been working all this time for the same. It just did not work out that way. So it became something like what Jay was talking about. There would be years that go by of, you know, you reach out, and there's no response. After a while, you just, okay, well, let me give him the space.
See, at least I knew my stepdad wasn't my daddy. Like, it's fucked up because my real dad, I think I've met him maybe 4 times in my life. I've spoken to him maybe 5 or 6 times in my life. Like I said, I'm over 30. But my stepdad, I've been around him all my life pretty much. Like, since I was younger, all the way till about 19 when I moved. I still, you know, contact him sometimes, not all the time. But what's crazy is that I wish I had that. Somebody that, like, actually gave a fuck about their kids, and he actually waited until he was 18 to tell him that he wasn't his real pops and all this other extra shit. But at least that kid had that, like, an actual dad, like a dad, you know, somebody to go out and play sports with, or he'll come out to your games and, like, shit like that. I used to sit here, I ain't gonna cut to you. I used to sit here and be mad at myself, like, all the time, like, constantly just pissed off at myself. Because I didn't like the fact that I was raised by my mom like that. I wished I had my dad, like, I wish I had a dad. Like I said, my stepdad was cool. Stepdad was straight, like, but he just wasn't a dad. It's crazy we called him by his first name. You know, I wish I had that. That'd have been dope. That'd have been crazy. I'd probably been like, man, I don't know. I wouldn't say that we was raised by a single mother, because we weren't. My mom wasn't single. And my mama didn't raise us by herself. Like, she was there. It's difficult. It's real difficult to explain it, because I can't necessarily give you everything in the full. I guess as the channel grows on, you guys will understand as you know, as the channel goes on. But I wish I had that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wish I had that.
Face. So every time we would meet up, it would be for, you know, family pictures, or, you know, there would be times, like, as he got older, before you know it, he's 18, 19 years old, and our times of interaction was far in between because I still had his brothers and sister that I had to raise as well. So, but when we did sit down and talk, oh, well, my mom was saying this, and it was always a reason or a justification on why there was such a disconnect, and I couldn't force myself on it. So to protect my sanity, because it's like all I've known. This is Anthony Adams Jr.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
You got my name.
Right.
You carry my namesake.
It was torture for me, and it took me to a place where I was like not present for the other ones, and I had to catch that quick and make the adjustment. But I was put or forced into
That's a very interesting perspective, and I don't think I've never.
All right, guys. So this clip that I stumbled on is sparking some interesting conversations. So he basically described finding out that his oldest son was not his, and for 6 years he did not know that, and found out at 6 years old. So that leads me to believe that she probably knew but wasn't honest, right? And they decided not to tell him. And here's what I want to do about this. I'm curious, how would you guys play this out if you were this gentleman in your situation? Because first of all, the first tough thing is, do you stay? I doubt that most men really can power through something like that, but maybe I may be wrong, because when you look at the data that comes from these places that do these paternity tests, you find out that 1/3 of them come back negative. And the question is, how many of those guys actually stay? Maybe a lot. Maybe a lot. So once you figured out that.
No, not very many. I didn't. I wasn't going to be nobody's stepdaddy. I'll be honest with you. Like, my daughter, I'm 100% proud to be a dad to my daughter, but don't get me wrong, it sucks, the situation that they're in. It's just that it wasn't my plan to be nobody's stepdaddy. No. Hell no.
Then comes the question of, when do you let your child know? And what's best for that child? So again, first things first, I think most guys would be like, man, I'm out of there. I don't know how I would, personally, I don't think I would be able to stick around. And that's just like,
exactly.
I'm pretty 100% sure. Child isn't mine, and it's our first child. I think it was her first child. Let me make sure here. Okay, so yeah, it's his eldest son. So if it's your eldest son, you really don't have to stay, because it's not your kid and you don't have any kids. Maybe there was an elder daughter. I don't know, man. Real interesting situation. But if it is the first child, you don't have any children together, I could see why most men might look at the situation and be like, I'm out of here. But then again, we talk about how children work best in two-parent households, and this man was very selfless in his act, of staying there, and forgiveness. And I bet those children benefited from having a man in their house, which is great for kids, and hopefully they appreciate that. As always, we're going to check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. First comment here says, you should have told him immediately.
Exactly.
Now, I don't know if this comment is directed towards the wife or the husband and wife, basically saying you guys should have told the son immediately that he wasn't his son biologically.
Yeah, because he waited 18 because they had a choice. Rather they tell him when they found out, or wait until he was 18 and then tell him. By them waiting until he was 18, what makes you think that he was going to stick? What makes you think that he was going to be all like, oh, okay, that's cool? No. At least at a young age, they'll be able to understand he's not my real dad, but he's been my dad this whole dang time, so he's my dad. How many situations we've seen turn into shit like that? How many times have we seen some shit turn into like that? Like, it's best to let the child know at an early age, so that way they can go through having an understanding of who is who. Forget all this. waiting till they 18 so they can find out. No. You wait until he or she is at a proper age where y'all can sit down and have a full discussion about who you are. And if you decide that you want to stick around, and that's cool. Have other children like he did. What makes you more of a father is because you honest. And you ain't holding nothing back. You giving them the 100% truth. And that's all they're going to be able to fucking handle is the truth.
Another comment from another gentleman says, how is he so calm about this with her? I found out my dad wasn't my real dad at 30 years old, this guy says, and I don't think I will ever respect my mother again.
See?
Yeah. Somebody else responded back to him and said, this is years after the fact, and they have other children together. How he found out matters as well. Now, I'm curious to know how did he find out? In the end, if people can live peacefully together and deal with problems that are this deep, then good for them, right? But in most cases, here's a guy who found out that he was lied to for the majority of his life. And from this example, I'm leaning towards the way to go is just to be honest from the very beginning. Another comment here says he's an emotional, mature adult. Another woman here chimed in and said, still knowing the child wasn't his and loved him, the same as telling on how he felt about the child, regardless of being his biological son. Yeah. Selfless act on his part. Another comment here from another man says, are the other children yours? And it looks like the actual guy responded back. This is the actual father. He says, yes, sir. And another person chimed in. He wanted to make sure, right? Chimed into this thread and says, did you test all your kids? And he says, yes, sir. Next here, another person added and said, I have so many questions, ... Next comment says, been there, done that, and carried that emotional baggage for years, trying to build a relationship, did more harm to myself.
Yes.
This person says, this happened to a friend of mine. He found out his oldest child, daughter, in parentheses, in the marriage was not his. Sad, he says. Another comment here says, this gives me Will and Jada Red Table vibes. And our final comment says, but they lied to him his whole life. So sad for the child. But guys, of course.
That's crazy. No, you gonna tell me if no, tell me about 9, 10. A child should be able to understand about that around that age. That's messed up. Like, Pops, you weren't in the wrong. However, you did wait too long. You waited entirely too damn long. I couldn't imagine. Ooh, I feel bad for that boy. Ooh. Ah. I bet he all like, man, mama, you ain't shit. You a hoe, mama. You a hoe. You cheated on daddy. And the fact that, uh-oh. Looks like we getting into it. All right, Pearl. See what you got to say.
What up, guys? Welcome to the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel, and welcome to Morning Coffee Thoughts, where I give my thoughts over morning coffee. Today I have a chai tea. I quit coffee. You guys don't care about what I'm drinking. Okay. Today, I'm going to be addressing the Nick Fuentes situation. Yeah, I know why you guys are here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I want to first say I take full accountability for everything that happened. Everything that happens in life, as I say to the girls on my show, is my own fault. The fact that people are making these videos is my own fault. And the situation that I'm in is my own fault. Yeah. Now, I'm going to give you guys an explanation and give you guys context for some of the conversations that were had. Just know it's not an excuse. It's my own fault. I take full accountability for everything that happened. Okay.
Oh, at least, she's accepted accountability. All right. Let's hear her out.
So, but I'm going to answer questions that people have brought my way. So the first thing is, why did you have Nick on? The reasoning behind having Nick Fuentes on was because I heard that he was on the no-fly list and he lost his bank account. Now, from your point of view, you would think, why would you invite someone on that's on the no-fly list, right? That would be a bad... Well, he's not anymore. That's how he flew, but he was. So I was more just curious why this man was banned on everything. Now, I've seen a lot of videos that say I play dumb or I'm playing dumb. And I'll tell you what I knew and what I didn't know. So I did know that he was a known racist. I did know he was a known sexist. I did know that basically every bad name in the book from the right and the left, everyone hated him. So, the reason I had him on was because, guys, people say that stuff about me. They say I'm sexist. They say I'm a misogynist. And, I really just like to give people the benefit of the doubt when I interview them. I don't go into interviews trying to interrogate someone. I just more try to listen and see where they're coming from. In hindsight, that wasn't smart. And in hindsight, I should have had someone, maybe Sarah Garvey, maybe another content creator that could have pushed back more and really was more educated on the topics that he was talking about than I was. Because I certainly was not an expert in any of the stuff that he was talking about.
All right. I don't have an issue with her explaining the fact of why she did it or what she's, why she had an interview. What I do have an issue is that you knew that. Hold on. Because you know for a fact you just did not know anything about any of the topics. You decided to carry on with an interview that you knew you were not educated for. I'm just... All right. I give you that, but why would you do that, though? Why not have Sarah... That would have been a way better interview if Sarah Garvey would have interviewed Nick Fuentes. That would have been a whole lot better interview. Or, not King Richards. Yeah, Sarah Garvey, he would have had a way better... Yeah. But let's keep going.
I did remove the interview. I, again, did not think through a lot of the repercussions of posting that, so I just removed it. If you do want to see the full interview, Obsidian did react to it. That's on his channel. The intention was not, I guess, to hide it. It was just, this might not have been the best move. I'm just going to remove it now. So again, racism has no place in society, and I do take accountability for bringing him on. Hindsight's always 20/20. I wrote down some of the complaints that people had. So if I look this way, it's just because I made bullet points of everyone's concerns and I'm just addressing them. Okay. My Africans, that part. So in the heat of the conversation, I made some remarks to my producer, Blessing. Now, Blessing is a godsend. Okay, Blessing has made the production quality literally phenomenal. He's so talented. And during this conversation, we were talking about immigration. And I said, I'm trying to get my Africans to America. Now, I watched it back, guys. It was so cringy. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. I meant my African employees. I just said Africans. The reason is because, why wouldn't you just say my employees or whatever to America? The African passport system is just more difficult than the UK one. I didn't know, like, Blessing had to go to the embassy or something to apply to go to America with me next month. We're going to go do some work there. And, yeah, and so I've just found that the immigration process is a bit more difficult. So that's why I referred to them, because my African employees, I needed more help with. And, you know, I was saying in the interview that I wanted more open border policies because I wanted them to come. Again, you know, I really respect the African culture. I had no ill will or malice towards any of that. But it sounded absolutely awful. It was so cringy watching back. You know, so it was stupid. It was stupid. Okay. Now let's talk about the My Africans was the other one. And then, the joke about Blessing being late. So one thing that they cut out from that clip was that.
Okay, I gotta run it back. I gotta run this back, y'all. I'm sorry. I literally walked out. Where was she talking?
The reason is because, like, why wouldn't you just say my employees or whatever to America? It's made the production quality literally phenomenal. He's so talented. Okay. And during this conversation, we were talking about immigration, and I said, I'm trying to get my Africans to America. Now, I watched it back, guys. It was so cringy. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing.
Goddamn right it was.
I met my African employees. I just said Africans. The reason is because, like, why wouldn't you just say my employees or whatever to America? The African passport system is just more difficult than the UK one. I didn't know, like, Blessing had to go to the embassy or something to apply to go to America with me next month. We're going to go do some work there. And, yeah, and so I've just found that the immigration process is a bit more difficult. So that's why I referred to them, because my African employees, I needed more help with. And, you know, I was saying in the interview that I wanted more open border policies because I wanted them to come. Again,
understandable.
You know, I really respect the African culture. I had no ill will or malice towards any of that. But it sounded absolutely awful. It was so cringy watching back. You know, so it was stupid. It was stupid. Okay. Now let's talk about the My Africans was the other one. And then, the joke about Blessing being late. So one thing that they cut out from that clip was that Nick Fuentes did say after, I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just kidding. Okay. Now, even so, it was still in poor taste. And what I didn't think about at the time was, sorry, for those that didn't see it, basically Nick Fuentes was talking about he's always late. And I said, you were on time today. Oh, Blessing was the one that's late. And it's sort of an inside joke here at Just Pearly Things. Like, Blessing,
we already knew that.
He's phenomenal.
We're not going to sit here and act like we didn't know that. Like, we already knew the inside joke. And this is not no response to Pearl. This is for everybody else that's in, I don't know, in that hatred mode because, white girls in the space, blah, blah, blah. Like, this shit is fucking crazy right now.
But he's a late guy. And every time he comes in, he says African time. Now, Pearl me. So when I was referring to him during this joke, I was like, African. Now, I was saying African time, referring to what he says when he comes in. Now, what I realized is this was especially disrespectful because we did have someone that's a known white supremacist race. Like, you know, making that joke in front of him, with him, is just in poor taste.
Yeah.
And I did apologize to him for it. I really had no malice or ill will. But, you know, stupid. It was just stupid, okay?
You know what's fucked up? They're going to take this shit and run with this shit. They're going to take this shit and be like, she couldn't articulate her shit properly. She couldn't say what she really felt, blah, blah, blah. She didn't really, she don't really mean what she said because she's stuttering over her words. Like, man, they are literally going to chop this up and just make her situation even fucking worse. I don't give a fuck. We know. I knew it was light. And then not understanding, I get other people not understanding the context of why people be saying shit. Hey, look, this is everyday normal shit, and now you gonna hear some motherfuckers talk about some. Oh well, you letting the white people get too comfortable. Well, shit, I be saying some hunky this and hunky that, or cracker this and cracker that. That's way worse than what the, the fuck. Like they don't want to say nigga, but we can be all like cracker cracker. It makes zero fucking sense. So I don't know. We just gonna keep going down this goddamn path of just going back and forth and. Motherfuckers want to be separatists or segregate motherfuckers. It's crazy.
The next thing is I've gotten a lot of criticism for, you know, using the black culture and then I'm going right and leaving it, like that sort of thing. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but that seems to be a big point of contention. My intention was never to be, you know, a quote unquote leader in the black manosphere or the manosphere in general. I really have always just looked at the men as the leader. I mean, they're the thought leaders. Let's just be honest. And me, I try to support them in any way I can. I bring them on my show, but saying I'm a leader in the space, you know, I feel like women follow, men lead. So I really.
Who the fuck called her a leader of the manosphere? I don't know. I don't know. She ain't. Honestly, I don't see no leaders in the black manosphere or the manosphere. Period. I don't. No. It's not one.
I really think. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Now, the other thing was the demographic of the women on my show. Guys, I haven't done recruiting in months. So when I started, I never expected it to blow up this fast. I never in my life thought I'd have 1 million subscribers in a year. I wrote my goals for the year before and it was 100,000. I thought I'd maybe get 100K by the end of the year. Okay, that's what I thought. Now, everything blew up so fast, and I haven't done recruiting since maybe July. The only time I have is maybe to help out if we're low on a show. So, like, or if there's a really big panel, like the Andrew Tate panel, I handpicked everyone that was on that. But in general, guys, I really don't recruit. I think one reason that there have been so many black people on the show is because the recruiter that I picked was Nigerian. And he just had the type of job that he could recruit while he went on the job. And he knew a lot of people. He was already in the podcast space. So he was just a good recruiter. So it makes sense that he knows more Nigerian women. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But again.
Yeah, she doesn't have to address that. That's stupid. I don't know why anybody, like, they're taking this shit too fucking far. Who she hires, who she has, you know, working for her or whatever, it ain't nobody's else's fucking concern. Who she puts on a panel is nobody's concern. This is her business. This is what she does. What I don't understand is, like, if y'all don't like how she does her shit, like, just don't watch it. Oh, but it makes black people look bad. No, it doesn't. If you get to saying shit, like, the way y'all get to saying shit, it makes you look bad. It makes you look like you're a hater or whatever the case. This shit is wild, and they want to say that she's a racist. Let's stone this person. Let's well, we're gonna hold her up to accountability, but it's still fuck Pearl. Like, oh, this white girl don't belong in the black space. Like, oh my God, this shit is crazy. I don't understand it.
Yeah. The next part. Now, this was the part that was probably the dumbest part of the whole interview. This was the stupidest, the dumbest. Oh, this was stupid. So I said that slavery was embellished in the interview. Now, that not only is that comment insensitive, it's not accurate. There were things in slavery that were worse than what was shown on TV. What I was referring to, I like don't even want to tell you guys what I was trying to say because it wasn't what came out and it doesn't even matter. Again, if you watch the full thing, I was more referring to the system of using atrocities to control people. That's what I was trying to say. But to say that it wasn't, that it was embellished is, oh gosh, so stupid. So stupid, insensitive. And nor am I, you know, sure, I've read a couple books, but I'm not informed or qualified enough to really have that conversation. So not bringing someone else onto the show, again, stupid. Now, the next thing is that my friend Gabby came on the show with him, and she's dating someone that is black. And he would say openly racist comments to her. Now, I should have pushed back on that. Like, I've been in interracial relationships. So for me to not push back on that, especially with all of the people that have been on my show, was stupid. It was stupid. I just, you know, I was kind of like a deer in the headlights. I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh gosh. And the video we were watching wasn't even supposed to be about that. So like, I really don't have an excuse. It was just stupid. And again, I take full accountability for this stuff.
No excuse. I did something stupid. Fuck.
And, you know, if I do it over again, I would do it differently. But I can only move forward. So
that's all we needed. My bad. I'm sorry. We barely even get this in the black community. We barely even get anybody apologizing to the black community when shit like this happens. We hardly ever hear anybody saying my bad for any of the racist shit that I fucking said to the black community or about the black community or my bad judgment of character or me not defending, you know, some racist shit that's being said. Like it's rare that we get motherfuckers holding themselves up to it. She could have went on and said, I don't give a shit, and kept it pushing and made more fucking videos. But she chose not to. She chose to take the fucking time out of her day, edit a video just like this to even apologize to. It's like, hey, you ain't gotta apologize to me. You said some dumb shit. You said sorry for saying some dumb shit. We're gonna keep it fucking pushing. That's how it should be. Nah, we got motherfuckers who are so fucking insensitive today. It's retarded.
Sorry, I want to make sure that I addressed everything. I think I did. Okay. Because I talked about recruiting. I talked about...
No, you can't say retarded.
Okay.
Shit is stupid.
So, moving forward, I really would be open to having a discussion with someone that can bring more awareness and education to the situation. So I'm open to you guys' suggestions.
I guess she used the word embellish. Like, that's kind of disingenuous. But like what MTR said yesterday, like, even if Roots wasn't real, slavery still was real. Like, regardless of how the fuck we look at it, like, it was still real. History and data proves that it was real. So regardless if she doesn't stand for the full story, hey, I still stand for the full fucking story. And I'm pretty sure everyone else who is black in the black community probably understands. Not everybody. I'm pretty sure there's some niggas out there that don't give a fuck about the slavery stories. So it's pretty much a toss-up. But I hear her out, though. That's what's up. That's what's up, Pearl. We hear you out. We get you. We know you didn't mean no harm. It's all good. Fuck the haters. They gonna be mad regardless. At least you even made a video to respond to the shit in the first fucking place. Oh, dude, you just waiting for her and you... Bruh, I really don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Like y'all are so fucking sensitive. Just too fucking sensitive. But it's cool. Like, if you say that she don't respect it, I highly doubt it. And MTR does not destroy Pearl. Like, what the... He be looking for click. You a clickbaiting that. I ain't even gonna... Let's keep it pushing, man. This shit is retarded. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say retarded because it's stupid. Like, it's dumb. And they'll say that I'm naive well, you just not educated enough, or you just didn't. What? No, I'm smart enough to understand that people make fucking mistakes. Smart enough to understand that she said sorry. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, we still shouldn't let people in our space. Your space? Our space? We ain't bought none of this shit. None of this shit is ours. YouTube shut down tomorrow. Guess what? You have nothing, nigga. Calm down. Like, you taking this shit entirely too serious. Let's have real conversations where we're actually doing something instead of just all the fucking time talking about shit. When niggas gonna get together to put a real pot together on helping build communities and shit instead of having Umar Johnson talk about his fucking school for the past 6 years and shit. Like, when we gonna really do some shit? But until that happens, shut the fuck up. No one gives a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. Culture this, fuck a culture. I'm getting to the bag. Fuck that. Like, fuck this culture bullshit. I don't understand culture. When I have a barbecue, everybody invited. I'm gonna have Coronas and Bud Light, nigga. What the fuck? I don't even drink beer. But I'm gonna have some Mexican homies that's gonna come through. I know I'm gonna have some Asian homies that's gonna come through. I know I'm gonna have somebody that's gonna come through. The fuck? I'm gonna make sure I'm prepared to show that hospitality for niggas. Oh my god. Oh. Hey, so y'all remember that fucking cop? That was no, not what is it? Yeah, it was a sheriff, or is she a sheriff or a deputy? I don't know, but she got caught sucking an inmate's finger. He recorded that shit. Did you see that shit, Cal? I'm about to show you real quick. Nanny. As a matter of fact, you know what? Hold on. Come on. Where the hell is it at? That can't be real. That motherfucker somewhere in. Hold on. Cop sucks inmate's finger. Inmate's finger. Said female. Fulton County. I know that. Let me check that in. Is it a deputy or officer? Come on, dude. I'm gonna just show y'all. Like it. We live. It's female. That's it right there. That gotta be it. Oh, there it go. Yep, there it go. Yep, there it go. We found her. Got him. Look at it. Look at it. On some freaky diggy. She look like she on some freaky diggy. She on some real. I ain't getting none at home, so I'm gonna try it with one of these inmates. Sure, you wildin'. Got a jail officer has been fired after being caught on camera having an inappropriate relationship with an inmate. Kawan Jenkins had been working at the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta, Georgia, as a detention officer since 2019, where it was her responsibility to monitor and maintain the facility and its inmates. But this all changed early this year following a shakedown which saw workers visiting cells and digging through prisoners' belongings, according to an arrest warrant seen by Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Cops discovered some rather damning footage of one of 11 contraband cell phones that were confiscated. What did they find? Authorities were. Oh wait, look, me reading it. How about she just tell me? Oh, we're gonna see an ad. I don't want to see no damn ad.
We gonna take it. A sexually explicit cell phone video now has a Fulton County detention officer off the job and facing some very serious charges. The video shows 36-year-old Kawana Jenkins engaged in a lewd act, and the Fulton County Sheriff's Office says it was with an inmate. Channel 2's Audrey Washington's live at the Fulton County Jail. Audrey, you spoke with the now former officer's mother.
Right, and she was clearly very upset when she spoke with me. Now, according to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, that cell phone with that explicit video on it was actually found during a shakedown right here inside the Fulton County Jail. From a detention officer uniform to a Fulton County Jail jumpsuit, 36-year-old Kawana Jenkins now faces a slew of serious charges. This week, Fulton County Sheriff deputies arrested Jenkins after an explicit cell phone video involving an inmate surfaced. We blurred and stopped the video before the more graphic part, but in the cell phone video, you can see Jenkins sitting in her uniform. Then a man's finger appears near her mouth. She next performs a sexual act on the man's finger before the video abruptly ends. Wednesday, we went to Jenkins' home for comments on the situation. Her mother responded through the door. Hi, Miss Jenkins. This is Audrey Washington from Channel 2.
She's not here. No comment, please.
Okay, no comment?
I'm her mother. I don't have no comment.
Officials with the sheriff's office told us deputies initially found the contraband cell phone and subsequently the lewd video during a shakedown of the Fulton County Jail. In a statement, Sheriff Pat Labatt wrote, quote, "As Sheriff of Fulton County, I am committed to transparency and to holding each and every employee accountable to the oath they have taken to protect and serve our community. The actions of this one individual are certainly not a reflection of the men and women of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office." Tuesday, a judge granted Jenkins bond. Still, Jenkins faces improper sexual contact and cruelty to inmate charges.
Damn. Improper sexual contact by employee or agent, violation of oath by a public officer, reckless conduct, cruelty to inmate. Cruelty to inmate? Wait, hold on. Hold on. What was cruel? She did. It wasn't like she was forcing him. Wait. They gotta drop that cruelty to inmate part. So are they saying she was butt ugly? I don't understand. Obtain, procure, give inmate prohibited item without authorization. Then he had 11 of them motherfuckers. Well, she probably did give it to him. Cruelty to inmate. That's gonna fuck with me. Two counts of improper sexual conduct. 5 counts of violation of public oath by a public officer. And 2 counts of cruelty to inmates. Plural. What was cruel? What did she do that was cruel to the inmate? Oh, what the heck? Oh, damn. Why was that even in there?
Did you know ClickUp adds new features every week? So
Advantage
you can do
radio
incredible
employees
things
recommend-
like schedule project timelines, see who's online
What
right
did
now,
that have to do with that?
collaborate on docs, understand team performance. New features every week. ClickUp. Try now.
As for drugs, well, drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs, okay?
Are we watching a real life South Park? Randy. Am I tripping? No way.
You deserve to feel safe.
Come on. Are you... What the fuck is going on here? Come on.
You deserve to feel safe.
Come
with
on.
the
Are you
confidence that you're
serious?
protected online. Introducing McAfee.
Oh, this thing tripping now. Come on. Are you serious? Like, what the hell is going on? No.
Guys, breastfeeding
Are
while
you
wearing is a
serious?
total
What
game
the
changer.
hell?
But accessing your breast in normal clothes is...
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Oh God, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Shut up. We literally just watched the South Park trailer. That was not a South Park trailer. Who the hell? Kayla May McGroom was arrested on 3 counts of sexual misconduct after having sex with a prisoner while working at Tama County Jail in Iowa. What they got to do with her? Oh, this isn't the first relationship scandal between an inmate and prison officer that has unfolded. Another chick did it in Iowa? Man, these officers getting horny. Look at her face. She like, yeah, you gonna give me some of that. That dang dong, nigga. Like she already got it. She just tired. She tired. You wore her ass out. Beat that thing up. Hold on. We gotta go back to YouTube. Cause I gotta see that South Park trailer. Yeah, I knew we ain't gonna ever see that again. That was exclusive. That was exclusive. Yeah, they ain't want nobody to see that motherfucker. Oh yeah, they ain't want nobody to see that. They ain't, They're like, nah, I can't let y'all see that. Sorry. That ain't real. Yeah, that ain't it. Yes, 14 South Park movies will debut over. Oh, no, that ain't it. No, that ain't it. Bruh, I think that's the only exclusive. Yeah. I don't think we'll ever see that again. Yeah, we're never gonna see that again. Streaming wars. That's hard. Oh well. Oh well. Like we ain't finding that. So. Alright, YouTube. I'm getting up out of here. See y'all on the next one. We're gonna be back probably tomorrow. I like doing the midday one, but we'll probably do an evening one. More likely it'll probably be around this time. So if I do it around this time and then it uploads about like 2:30, yeah, I'm pretty sure by the time it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, people will be able to see this shit. So I think that's a pretty decent time to upload. No big deal. But yeah, I get with y'all tomorrow. Holla.